In my first video about Samhain, I talked about my grandmother and the lesson that she told me about death and how it was a part of life. She shared her thoughts and dreams with me, and I only remember a couple because she was only with me the first 10 years of my life. But the two lessons that she taught me left an impact on me, especially about life and death. We spent a lot of time talking either in her bedroom or on our front patio that overlooked the Fox River. This was my childhood home. It was more than just a home for everybody in the family. For me, it was probably the safest place I ever felt as a child. Growing up on the river was like living a vacation throughout my entire childhood. When I look at it today, 40 years later, after the last time I lived in that house, I see a house, a beautiful house, but just a house. The magic came from the people who made it a home. The memories, good and bad, left a lasting impression on me. The times that I spent talking with my grandmother, or even my grandfather later on, left valuable wisdom for me to learn that I truly didn't appreciate or understand until I got older. The power of our mind decides how we perceive something. For me, the beautiful disaster of the memories of my childhood were in this home. The fact that I was responsible for losing this home when I was given the responsibility of having it turned it into a prison of my greatest failure. I did that, not the house or the people who raised me in it. That was a pain I couldn't look at for many years, even after I got sober. My sponsor took me there 5 years ago. It was much smaller than I remembered it, and everything was different about the house and the town. I couldn't go to the front yard though, even though she asked me if I wanted to. I don't know if I ever will be able to, but what I learned that day that she took me is that I didn't live there anymore. I didn't belong there anymore. It was just a place that my memories lived now. One of those memories were of me and my grandmother sitting on that front patio, overlooking that beautiful river, and she told me that nature had the answers to everything. She said that all of life's secrets were hidden in plain sight. She told me that life was just like the seasons, and that we bloom as a child in the spring, that we face many mysteries and challenges, excitement and failures, just as beautiful as in the summer. It was the time that we lived life to its fullest. We decide if we are going to take the path less traveled or follow the same road as everybody else. We have great joys and make great disasters. And just like any summer, it goes by way too fast, and we tend, as humans, to take it for granted. And then, before you know it, you become more seasoned. You settle down and don't move quite as fast. She said, fall shows us the beauty of wisdom and the acceptance of letting go. It is a time of reflection. And then comes winter to show us the harsh, cold truth of death and its majestic ending, only to be reborn again in the spring. She said, Christine, why would our Creator make us any different than the trees and the plants? Are humans so arrogant that they think they deserve something more special than this? I have learned since then that hell isn't a place but a state of mind, and that heaven is what we make of each lifetime we relive here on earth. I was taught that we will continue to relive our life until we face all the challenges and become a more beautiful version of ourselves each time. It has been my experience as I go into the autumn season that my grandmother was spot on. There is a knowing that I have without confirmation that what she has told me is true. It is my belief today that people come into our lives and stay as long as they need to teach us something valuable that we need to learn. I had no idea then that the words that she shared with me were going to be so important to me over 50 years later. October is a time to look to your ancestors. Embrace the harvest season as the sun fades. This is the time for self-cleansing and spiritual advancement. The dark of the year is a time to look into the darkness in yourself. It is a time of letting go, balance, and inner harmony. Here are some activities to do on Samhain. Create an ancestor altar like I showed in my last video, or if that is something you're not interested in, you could always make a gratitude altar, which I have done on my second altar that I have in my home. Embrace and celebrate this time of year by decorating your home with witchy or fall items. It's a great time to renew your vows to your faith and your gods. Or if you're new to the path, you can start your book of shadows. Make a vow to the gods that you are going to walk this path. If you are more on the down low with your faith, you can always create a ancestor photo album instead of having it placed out for everybody to see. And you could go over that album after you have created it every year. Share stories of your ancestors like I have with you today. Pull a yearly tarot spread for the coming year, or offer some tarot spreads to your friends, which I will be doing. Take some dead branches from outside, put them in a vase, and then make some ornaments for it using runes or other magical symbols that you would like for the year. Google and Pinterest are a great resource on finding symbols if you're unfamiliar. Make holy water. Again, you can find recipes and instructions on Google, or if you would like, comment and I will give you our family recipe. Create protection tools like these witch bells or witch balls, asking your ancestors to help you create them and empower them with their magic. We sell both in our shop, and I'll put the link in the description if you would prefer to get them from me. I do them in sacred space during the proper moon phase. I also offer free consultation if you would like one designed specifically for you. Another great activity to do is begin your shadow work. And you could get a shadow work journal that they sell on TikTok. And I have no affiliation with this, but I am mentoring somebody who is going through this journal right now, and it is amazing. I have done a couple different types of shadow work, but this is the first time seeing this book. And she purchased one for me so that I could see the questions that she's going to be asked and be there to mentor her if she has any questions. And it is an amazing book. Several years ago, my sponsor bought me this God box, and you write your worries on it and stick it in the box and leave it up to God. During this time of year, I pull it out and I put the worries that I have right now in the box, and I place this on my altar and hand it over to the ancestors to take care of for me. You can also make a wish box and put your wishes in there and place that on your altar. I've made a wish box in a previous video, and you can find that and make one for yourself. Another activity is making ancestor candles, which I will be doing this weekend with my sponsor, and will have a video next week. Or if you don't want to hang out with the dead, you can always get together with your other witchy friends and perform a ritual, or just celebrate this amazing time of year. The ideas are endless. If you put your mind to it, you'll be able to figure out plenty of things to do. I myself prefer to hang out with the dead on that day. I have enough of the living the rest of the year, so I keep it pretty private except for a couple of very close friends. One of those very close friends that I will be speaking with on that day is my bestie, who sent me this photo from the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. And the sign was so beautiful and right in time for this video. And I asked if I could end my video with this picture, and he gave me permission. It's so important to remember our loved ones that have passed away and are no longer with us. But it is just as important to be grateful for the ones that are here with us today. And I definitely am. Let me know what you're going to be doing on Samhain in the comments. And please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And look for my last video on Samhain, the beginning of next week. Until we meet again, stay blessed, sweet souls.